Welcome in, everybody, to game number 2 here today in the semifinals from Utah State University at the Spectrum. It's Caden Formaster here with you on the broadcast alongside Devin Dixon and Casey Winters. We bring you the matchup between Skyview and Snow Canyon. Both of these teams pretty highly ranked in this matchup. The 2 seed in Skyview, 3 seed in Snow Canyon. Again, we welcome you into the broadcast here on KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network. And we are getting underway. Round 3. Here we go.
Yeah, it started. The dream of a state championship started back on Tuesday at home sides, except for a few teams that earned the byes, and Snow Canyon was one of those teams. So this is just their second game here at the Spectrum. Didn't play early in the week. And obviously the big storyline yesterday was Olivia Hamlin getting an allergic reaction for Snow Canyon. Had to actually go get treatment at the local hospital. She toughed it out and played and actually scored 23 points at team high, which gave her, as just a sophomore, 1,000 points in her career already. Quite a feat, Casey, knowing what she had to deal with. You and I saw the picture. Her eyes were swollen shut yesterday morning.
Yeah, and she just kind of walked by the table here. She looks a lot better, got a smile on her face. So, expect big things from Liv here in this game. And then, as you look at the rest of the Warriors, Kelly Howard hit a couple big shots yesterday. Natalie Olson, Joey Jensen played a good game. And so, the 2-3 seed matchup is always a good one. We watched the Skyview game yesterday as well, and Radford had an awesome game for the Bobcats. I mean, she was scoring the ball at all 3 levels. And so, expect a really good matchup here in the semifinals.
Of course, the winner of this game will face Ridgeline, who – Caden, you were on the call. They looked impressive. I mean, I got a little more respect for Coach Ron and Austin Desert Hills girls after watching that game. At least they were only down 7 at the half. I mean, Green Canyon had no chance against Ridgeline. They are undefeated on the season, and they will be the highly ranked favorite in tomorrow's state championship game, but you want a chance.
Yeah.
You want a chance, and if you're Snow Canyon and Skyview, you would love the opportunity to show down with Ridgeline because you never know what could happen, but that's a really good basketball team that just punched their ticket to the finals.
Yeah, we talked about last night with Green Canyon and Dixie, and just what a show that Martin McKenna had put on, right? And what an amazing game that she had. And really just that Green Canyon team as a whole. And then you see them go up against Ridgeline, and again, it just proves how impressive Ridgeline is. And they punch their ticket into the finals tomorrow night for a reason, right? Because they are just that good. They're still undefeated through the season and obviously through the playoffs. So they'll face the winner of this matchup here between Snow Canyon and Skyview. And this should be a bit of a dogfight here this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, Radford really replaced Melanie Hyatt's production. Melanie Hyatt, unfortunately, later in this, a couple weeks ago, tore her ACL, lost her for the season. She was an integral part of this Bobcat team. And so they've got to do it by committee. They've got to really execute. And normally this is a situation where Skyview would probably want to get out and run. I'm not so sure if they want to turn this game into a track meet against Snow Canyon. Snow Canyon really likes to get out and run. Actually, this could be one of those more up-tempo, fast-paced games. We'll see if teams want to slow it down and play the half-court set or not.
Yeah, it is going to be a battle of styles here. Skyview does have a little bit more size, so expect them to kind of pound it in the paint. But both teams, put up some points yesterday, and we know what Snow Canyon likes to do. They like to get out and pressure a little bit, jump to passing lanes, and try to create as many layups and easy opportunities as they can in transition and score it early and often in the shot clock.
Well, part of our pregame show here, we had the opportunity to catch up with some of the coaches, and Kate Daly had that opportunity to talk to the coaches and look forward to this game. So let's see what those coaches had to say.
Coach, you got Snow Canyon today. What are you anticipating from them?
They're a tough team. Watching them play Bear River yesterday, scrappy. They've got a good 2-2-1 press. So, I have no doubt it's going to be a battle today.
And then I know you got some fun plans for tomorrow, but what is your team going to have to focus on today?
Well, the Hamlin, 23, good. She's a good player. Good. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Skinner for Ridgeline. We've got to contain her, keep her out of the middle. Don't let her drive. Move our feet, have good help side, and then their posts. 34, man, she can rebound like nobody's business. So we got to make sure we box out.
Yes. Well, good luck today.
Thank you.
And then back to you. Coach, I know you got some fun plans for tomorrow, hopefully, but what's your primary focus for today's game?
Well, obviously, we got to win today before we get to tomorrow, and that's the thing we've talked to the girls about. Don't even think about tomorrow. Don't even think about Ridgeline, Green Canyon. We got to beat Skyview today. We got to somehow stop Hannah Radford. 36 points yesterday in a lot of different ways, and so hopefully we can slow her down. If we do, we think we have a chance, but she's a heck of a player. And yeah, hopefully we got a good game plan. We'll see how it goes.
Other than Hannah, what are you anticipating from Skyview?
Well, they're very physical. We played them earlier in the year in December, and they beat us up a little bit. My girls weren't quite used to the physicality, and so we've improved since then, but we expect it again. We got to rebound, handle that well, and I think we got a good shot. So.
Perfect. Well, thank you for your time, and good luck today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Back to you.
Well, there you go. Heard it from the coaches themselves as they look forward to this matchup here between Skyview Snow Canyon. And with that, we're going to take a break here inside of the pregame show. And in 1 minute, we will be back to wrap up the pregame show and head on into Findlay Super Keys to the Game. So stick around 1 minute. We'll be back after this.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Are you looking for better control of your technology? Create an intelligent home technology experience that even Tony Stark would love. Enjoy simple control of the technology in your home with an Elon control system from AIS. Visit AISAV.com to learn more.
For all your project needs, shop at Greer's Hardware. Happily serving the community since 1976.
Welcome back here to Utah State University, getting ready for this second matchup of the day between the Snow Canyon Warriors and the Skyview Bobcats. Now, Devin, let's talk keys to the game, brought to you by Findlay Subaru.
Yeah, I mean, I think tempo, like we just touched on a little bit earlier, I think tempo is going to be huge in this one. Who can play fast, under control, limit the turnovers, get some fast break points. I think that's going to be a key. I think both teams defensively have to shut down the other team's star. Can they slow down Olivia Hamlin? Who's going to defend Olivia Hamlin? Who's going to guard Hannah Radford? Can they slow her down? I mean, boys, girls, it was 8 games here at Utah State yesterday. She led everybody in the quarterfinals. She had 36 points.
36 is a lot, and I think you're right. Defense is going to be a key. But then we've mentioned this one several times, too, throughout the tournament, is who's going to be that next person up. Hannah Radford is going to carry the load for Skyview. Olivia Hamlin's going to carry it for Snow Canyon, but who's going to help? Who's going to be that next person that gets into double figures? Who's going to get the big rebound? Who's going to get the big stop? Who's going to get on the floor for the loose balls? So I expect, this to be obviously the better of the matchups and closer of the matchups here on the girls' side. Expecting a really, really good game, competitive game right from the get-go.
Definitely should be as we wrap up the Findlay Super pregame show. Thank you for joining us here on KSLSports.com on the stream side and back home on the Fan Sports Network as well. Appreciate you on both of those platforms. Now, getting ready for the starting lineups brought to you by the House of Jump.
House of Jump. Jumping's recommended. Indoor trampoline park is so much fun. The kids love it. I had my daughter's birthday party over there. They got arcade games, a ton of fun things to do. You can jump off a trampoline and dunk the ball. If your kids are bouncing off the walls, take them to the House of Jump this weekend where they encourage that kind of stuff.
That's exactly right. You have those energetic kids. You know exactly where to take them. It's the House of Jump. Let's get started with Snow Canyon as they're the visiting team here today. Starting off, number 11, Kelly Howard, number 12.
She hit a big corner pocket three yesterday.
She did. She had a big shot.
Yeah, that 5-point win, and that was the key play that gave them the 3-point lead late in the game.
Held that follow through a little long as she turned back to go on defense, and she's a key, right? She's a key. She's going to have plenty of opportunities to knock down some shots tonight.
Yeah, number 12, Joey Jensen, is followed by number 23, Olivia Hamlin. Number 32, Natalie Olsen. And number 34, I always struggle with her name. Forgive me here. I know you got it, Devin.
It's Tapasa.
Tapasa. Her first name.
I call her Taps because it's easy. Her dad I know really
well. Tapasa, I believe is how you say it, but we just call it Tapasa. It's the last name I can get. It's the first name I struggle with.
Yeah,
but
and she's a factor. She can really rebound.
She is.
Really strong. We saw her on a clear out loose ball rebound. Just ripped the ball away from a defender. The defender was hanging on as the defender got flung to the floor. So she's got some strength and some size down low to be a presence in the post. Skyview House of Jump Starters getting introduced as well. And this is a good roster that can really get up and down the floor. But Melanie Hyatt is a huge loss, guys. But when you lose a player, everybody, a new starter, a little bit different rotation, you got to go a little deeper on the bench. And this coaching staff has done an excellent job. And you can see Hyatt out there with that left knee brace and the crutches. And they're playing for a fallen teammate.
Yeah, and when you have that little extra motivation, sometimes some amazing things happen. And there's a player that's maybe been waiting for her chance all season, and now she has her chance, and she's not only doing it for herself, but for injured teammate as well.
Basketball fans, are you ready?
And you got the starters out there for Skyview: Womack, Allen, Hannah Radford, Addie Merrow. Courtney Payne is going to jump it up, and let's play some basketball.
Let's get going here. Tip is away, and it goes to Snow Canyon, getting it right back. Is Tapasa getting things started here into the corner and bringing it back up top is Olsen. Driving it all the way in off the basket, and it's good. Natalie Olsen, guys, getting things started here quick.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any adrenaline or nerves, that looked pretty calm, pretty confident to me. That's another key. Which of these two teams can get off to a hot start, build a little bit of a cushion?
Driving in, have to kick it out. It's tipped away by Jensen, brought back in by Allen. Picking it into the corner.
Allen had a great game yesterday for Skyview. Hit 4 straight free throws down the stretch to give them the victory.
Hamlin drives baseline, pushes it up and is fouled. She's going to head to the line to shoot 2.
And that's a big key, Casey. I mean, both these teams were battle-tested yesterday. They didn't cruise. They really had to earn wins yesterday. And so, fourth quarter, if this is another tight one, both these teams went through a situation where they had to close out a win and a win and move on, or a lose and go home scenario.
No good on the first end of the free throws here. Brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's from Olivia Hamlin. Snow Canyon off to the early lead, though, 2-0.
Hamlin leads 4A in scoring, 24 points a game. Also leads the state in steals. Guess who's behind her in scoring and steals?
Emily Skinner.
Yes, will they meet up tomorrow? We'll see.
Merrill.
Love to see that matchup.
Radford takes a 3, short, no good.
Good hustle by number 22.
Yeah, Chadwick. He saved it, kept her feet in bounds. I like it.
Radford trying to go in strong and gets fouled.
And you can see they run the offense through Radford. They save it, but then they want to reset it. And then she goes right to work, weaving her way down the lane. Drawing a foul.
Crafty scored, hit some threes yesterday. We saw right there she's definitely strong enough and able enough to get to the basket.
Putting up the mid-range short from Chadwick, not quite there. And quickly going the other way with it is Hamlin. Hamlin crosses up, goes up strong, gets the bump foul call, and will head back to the line.
Savvy play by Liv. She goes Euro step to the left to make sure she doesn't get a charge, and then gets the opportunity for the and one shot. Doesn't go, but gets the whistle. And she heads right back to the free throw line. It was kind of fun yesterday to see her exactly get 23 and 1,000 points for her career. Obviously, she's just a sophomore, and every time she scores, she adds to that total. Casey, that's got to be a rare feat for somebody this young to already be at the 1,000-point mark.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of people that go through an entire career without 1,000, and props to her. Let's keep the counter on that throughout her entire career and see where she gets.
Tapasa had the offensive rebound, put back, no good, and then a quick foul. So Skyview will get possession. Addie Merrill bringing it down for the Bobcats. Merrill picked up by Jensen, gets it inside and right back out. Losing a handle on as Radford picks it back up. Looking for a pick and takes it to the left side. Pulls up just a foot inside of the three-pointer, no good. Tapasa with the boards. Quickly the other way, it's Howard on the breakaway off the glass and in. Kelly Howard.
And that's where Snow Canyon has been dangerous all year, is in transition, right? They get steals, they get rebounds, and they're flying down the court trying to score it early as they can.
That's Addie Merrill on the other end to get Skyview on the board for the first time here this afternoon.
Great drive by Addie there. Strong right-hand drive. It's a nice finish off the glass.
Olivia Hamlin takes it left side baseline, puts it up and in.
I like how she gets that shot off quick, right? Before you can block it, she's barely lifted the dribble, and then it's a quick motion, just a little quick flip shot from the left side with the right hand, perfectly off the window and down.
Losing a bit of a handle on it on the pass there is Merrill. Gets it into Payne. Payne back out. Allen back to Merrill. Merrill pulls the three. Off the side of the rim, no good. Rebounded Hamlin. Gets it off to Olsen, over to Jensen. Jensen moving the ball quick. She'll slow it down out to Hamlin.
And Coach Roden says, go. Olivia had the ball out here around the logo. She looked over to the bench, and Coach Roden just said, go.
And she did. She drove it in the lane.
I think any player on any team wants to see that play call.
You see it on the replay here, the CNR replay. She drives in. You can even see her take that look to the coach, like you mentioned, and coach says go, and she says, okay, I'll go. She splits the lane and draws a foul.
And I think it's key that Livy is getting to the foul line here early on, seeing the ball through the net, and that's going to help her in the next three-point shot, the next mid-range jumper. With her speed, a lot of her points, though, come in transition or come off the dribble drive.
Yeah, and I think the point you just made could be the same for Hannah Radford. You know, get an easy bucket, maybe get a layup, get something at the free throw line, see it go through the hole.
Good help defense there by Olsen to alter that shot on a backdoor cut.
And Olsen getting the rebound on the missed shot here and moving quick again. It's Howard on the breakaway, up and under, off the glass, catches the rim and in. Kelly Howard now with 4.
What a dime by Hamlin and a great catch by Kelly. And then she had to go up kind of reverse. That was not an easy play to make. That was impressive.
No, and going back to the point I made just a second ago, you look at the baskets that Snow Canyon has scored, layups and free throws. And then you look at the shots that Skyview's taken so far. They're contested jump shots and not quite as easy as what Snow Canyon has got so far.
On the other end, it's Carly Allen with the foul as a pass from Olsen gets brought in to Hamlin. 11-2 here, and a lot of credit has to be given right now to Natalie Olsen, who, you know, she has a bucket, but the stuff that she's doing on defense and her rebounding right now has been spectacular.
Yeah, Natalie plays very hard. She plays with a lot of passion, a lot of intensity, physical. Like you said, she likes to rebound, get on the floor for loose balls. Definitely a key to this Snow Canyon team.
Olivia Hamlin on the drive, kick out. Natalie Olsen takes the three off the back of the rim, a little hard, no good. Rebound Merrill. Merrill brings it across the timeline to the other side. Over to Radford. Radford with no one on the right side of the court. She spins to the inside, puts up the shot, gets bumped and one.
Ooh, little flex.
Yeah, great spin move right there. Kelly Howard was in a good position defensively, but Hannah with the crafty spin move and then took a little bump, a little finish right there, a little dirt fadeaway, got the bucket.
Smooth move, smooth move.
Number 12, Joey Jensen.
Under 4 to play. That's kind of a bucket maybe like we were talking about to get her going. High percentage shot, 6-7 feet out.
No good on the Fabulous Freddy's free throw, and Natalie Olsen draws in the rebound, kicks it to Jensen. Jensen, again, the Warriors just moving it quick as a three, no good. But the Warriors get a reset here. Olsen gets a shot blocked and stolen away. Kenna Smart, who checks in.
Great hustle by McKenna Smart right there with the block and then chasing down the loose ball all the way down the sideline to keep possession with the Bobcats.
Hannah Radford will inbound.
Yeah, and watch, they got a design play, I'm sure, for her to give it up and then get it back, maybe off a screen or something. They don't do that this play.
Instead, Merrill
Good
drops
job.
in a 3. That's 5 now for Addie Merrill.
That'll work better.
Yeah, and
Like-
just like that, an and one and then a 3 on the next possession. Skyview's starting to gain some rhythm offensively, cutting the lead to 4.
It's a kick out to Olsen in the corner. She'll take the 3, and it's good. Natalie Olsen.
And that's big. This trio, Olsen, Howard, and Hamlin, have been so dynamic all year. All of them averaging double digits. Joey Jensen with the assists and really unselfish play. But that's what Snow Canyon has done really well, is getting steals. But unfortunately, after the steal, they travel with it there. Double dribble actually was the call.
Yeah, and Andrews getting the steal.
Yeah, Kaiser Andrews coming in off the bench has had a steal and I believe a rebound. So, contributing in other ways than scoring off the bench for the Warriors.
But a double dribble call brings it back into Skyview's hands. So they'll reset things here in favor of the Bobcats. It's Radford up top. Looking for a pick. Brings it right on back to Fisher, who checks in. Goes up with it for 2.
That's big on big right there. Fisher matching up really well size-wise in the post, and that was a near would-be block, but instead she scores the bucket because she's so long. And we're talking about big on big there, because Sarah Ashton's probably, 6'3"?
Yeah, got some length for the Warriors.
Andrews driving inside, kicks out to Olsen. Olsen takes 3 where she made it before, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Hamlin, Snow Canyon. Pushes it back up and in. Olivia Hamlin again.
Soft touch, nice little teardrop floater there off the offensive rebound.
It's that first quick move, off the rebound, catch the defense off guard, but that mid-range shot so good. And now Liv, look at the speed.
On the fast break, Olivia Hamlin picks up the steal and a quick fast break for another 2. She's got 9 of the 18 for Snow Canyon.
And you can see the runs that are happening, right? Great start by Snow Canyon. Skyview goes on a 6-0 run, and now Snow Canyon's on a run of their own, and Skyview stops it a little bit there with an offensive putback.
Kenna Smart on the putback there for 2. Crossing it over to Andrews and back into the middle. Andrews takes it back outside, tipped away, stolen. Merrill quickly in transition, tipped out of bounds, and they give her a foul, Joey Jensen.
Yeah, Joey tried tracking it down and maybe just got a little bit too much arm on that. Thought she got a lot of ball.
But great job by Merrill to get in that passing lane. She anticipated that they were just going to move it quickly back to the top of the three-point line, and she just jumped that. I mean, she was already blocking it off to the races, only a foot out of the hand of the passer. Great anticipation. See if they can capitalize.
Radford in the corner on the right side, backing up on Olsen. Kicks it back out to Merrill. Merrill, after a dribble, the shot, no good. Rebound Hamlin. Hamlin running in transition. 2-on-2. Goes all the way to the basket and in.
So good in transition. So good. She's got that little extra gear. Starts even with the defender, and by the time she gets to the basket, she's got a couple steps ahead and has scored 6 or 8 points just off moves just like that here this afternoon.
Radford to Merrill. Merrill back up top, behind the back, drives in, kick out Radford 3. No good. Rebound. Tipped it instead. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Skyview basketball.
I was blocked. I couldn't see down on the baseline. I saw, Ashton looked like she tried to put her hands up and sell that she didn't touch the last. Didn't get that whistle, though.
Radford 3.
There's the play you talked about, Devin, where Radford starts inbounding the ball. She's going to get it in, then she's going to receive a down screen, popping back out to the corner. I think they set it up with a couple different looks and then came right back to it. I think that was their third out-of-bounds play, and expect to see that more as the game goes on.
Yeah, we saw it quite a few times yesterday when she went for 36.
Hamlin 3. It's good!
And that's the part of Livy's game with the speed, with the handles. The shots go like that from outside. She's almost impossible to stop.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen layups, we've seen floaters, and then we see the 3 right there.
So at the end of the first quarter, 23-14, Olivia Hamlin with 14 of those points for Snow Canyon. We're going to take a break, and when we return, Second quarter here on KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Kent's is your one-stop shop for fresh produce, bakery items, deli, and meat. Stop by today for fast, friendly service.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
23-14 is the score here at Snow Canyon on top of Skyview as we head into the second quarter. We have Olivia Hamlin leading right now with 14 through the first quarter. The next closest is 5. Natalie Olson and Hannah Radford and Addie Merrill each with 5 apiece there. And coming out of the break, Skyview's basketball.
And if I'm Coach Hall, in that quarter break, I'm talking to my team about getting back on defense, right? Let's not give up any more transition buckets. Let's at least make Snow Canyon execute. And then if they're hitting shots, that's a different story. But let's not give them wide open layups in transition.
Quick shot on the other end is no good, and Jensen brings in the rebound. She brings it quickly the other way. She's going to go coast to coast and is fouled. She hurt her ankle, though, on that one. Trying to limp it off, but
maybe landed on someone's foot. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I couldn't tell, but definitely came up limping a little bit after she put that shot up.
Let's see what we got here. She's heading to the bench, but let's check out that replay. Again, she's trying to take it coast to coast, but oh yeah, she stepped on Macy Summers' foot, I believe, on the run.
So Olivia Hamlin's coming in to shoot the free throws for Joey Jensen.
And she makes the first.
And hopefully Joey's okay. She's a spark plug for this Warrior team. She, is a tenacious defender, willing passer, and does a lot of the dirty work for the Warriors.
Yeah, and that offense runs through her at the point. So we'll see what they change up with that. Radford, after the second one from Olivia Hamlin, misses. Kicks out, swinging it across to the opposite side. Back up top is Radford. She takes the left side, a little bit of a hand check foul, and the Skyview Bobcats will take the ball out on the baseline.
Here we see Hannah Radford out, taking the ball out of bounds again. They're going to swing it, down screen. That time she slips it, fakes.
No good, but offensive rebound and put back and one.
Right place, right time for Claire Fisher. I mean, Radford right to the middle. Thought she was fouled. Shot came up short, but you team rebounding, man. You get this late in the season, a key offensive rebound. Now a chance to go to the line. Get the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, and great job by Claire Fisher. You know if Hannah has the ball, there's a good chance she's going to shoot it. And just prepare yourself for when it does come off and get yourself a bucket on the offensive glass.
Hamlin no good on the mid-range. It's picked up by Natalie Olson. She swings it to the opposite side. Back to Olson. Pump fakes, drives, puts up the shot. No good, and the foul.
Yeah, Natalie smiling coming up after that foul.
Yeah, I think she was worried it wasn't going to get called. Maybe a late whistle there, but she definitely got hit on the arm as she shot that ball.
Yeah, sometimes you give it up, you get it right back. And good pump fake on the three to go to the middle of the key and get a more high percentage shot. Didn't get the bucket, but trip to the line will work. And again, it's a nice start for Snow Canyon, but Skyview's right there. I think we better settle in, boys. I think this was going to be a tight one all afternoon long.
I was going to say the same thing. Like, not the start you wanted if you're Skyview, but if I look up and see I'm only down 8 with 7 minutes left in the second quarter, I like where I'm at. Have a chance to cut into this lead before halftime.
Radford.
Only 3 Warriors have scored, guys, and it's that trio of Howard, Hamlin, and Olsen.
Picked up by Merrill, losing a bit of the dribble there, but Hamlin pokes it away.
Good hands.
She steals it. Fast break. Tips it into Howard. Howard backs it back out. Tapasa now over to Olsen. In the corner now, Howard. Drains the corner 3, Kelly Howard.
And you get the steal, and Liv didn't force the issue.
And neither did Kelly, yeah.
Yeah, extra passes, and then boom, boom, you get it to the open shooter, and Howard from the corner pocket, U First Credit Union 3. Beautiful basketball there by SC.
Timeout taken, and we will take one ourselves and be back after this. Here are the scores, 28-17, after this word from our local sponsors.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Coming out of the timeout here, Skyview will inbound. Courtney Payne gets it to Merrill. Merrill so far, 5 points in the first quarter. Still nothing yet here in the second.
Yeah, with Hannah Radford out, it'll be interesting to see where the Bobcats go for some offense here.
Into the corner, bringing it back up top is Allen. Allen trying to find somewhere to go. Drives down the baseline, kick out. Allen 3. Off the front, no good. It touched enough of the top of the backboard, they'll say it's out of bounds.
Yeah, it was close. I was actually a little bit surprised. Did it hit the chain link fence?
It might have touched the chain right there, holding the backboard
I thought that was
up.
coming back into play, but
Not fence. My apologies. My mistake. But the
Yeah,
chain, I guess you'd call it cable. It's a
There you go,
cable.
the cable.
Yeah, they don't have fences above the above the backboard there.
Those are the things I used to try to jump over, and I was tearing my pants as a kid.
Hamlin on the drive, baseline, kicks out. Olsen 3, no good. Rebound, Hamlin.
A rare miss from downtown for Snow Canyon. They've actually shot the ball really good from beyond the arc.
Hamlin with the ball up top. Looking for somewhere to go. Goes behind the back. Kicks back out. Howard 3. No good. Rebound Skyview.
Two pretty good looks.
yeah. And if I'm Skyview, I like what our defense did. Let's see if they can connect on a couple deep shots. There we go, right on cue.
Carly Allen hits the corner 3.
That's what you need. A couple stops in a row, convert it to points, and keep chipping away at this 8-point lead.
Big 3 again on the other side. Rattles around, no good. From Olivia Hamlin. It's brought in, and a jump ball is the call. A little aggressive there on the jump ball, and I don't think that Courtney Payne was too happy about it. I believe no, it wasn't Payne. Excuse me. That was
Fisher.
That was Fisher. Yeah.
A lot of bumping, a lot of tangled up mess in there, but we play on.
Hamlin set to inbound. Gets it up top to Andrews. Back to the side, wide open Natalie Olsen. It's short. Rebound Hamlin, kicks it out to Olsen, and the Warriors will reset here with a fresh shot clock. Kelly Howard straight away. Hands off to Andrews. Back to Howard in the corner. It's tipped. Snow Canyon able to remain in possession of it. Howard tried to throw it off the feet. Instead, it's a 3, no good.
There's another stop for Skyview. Let's see what they do with it here.
Radford, who checked back into the game without too much damage done as well from the Snow Canyon offense. Merrill tried to cross up Hamlin. Stolen away, and a jump ball is the call. It should go back to Skyview.
You can see why Liv Hamlin is the leader in 4A in steals. She stays right in front. She gets the tip, and then boom, she pounces down there. Didn't get the steal, but got the tie up. And now the possession back to Snow Canyon on the next one.
Very quick hands.
Sticky fingers there. Merrill coming off the pick on the right side. Gets it to Radford. Radford going up against Olsen. Puts the shot up. No good. Rebound. Snow Canyon. And it's thrown back into the hands of Skyview. Merrill will take a three. No good. Rebound Ashton. And Hamlin brings it quickly to the other side. She drives in against the defense, off the glass and in. Olivia Hamlin.
So good in transition.
So good. And
under control, but she accelerates while she's off the bounce. I mean, it's you don't see that. And that's why Stanford and her mom's alma mater. Her mom played at SU, has already offered. Utah Tech,
Utah
UVU.
State.
Yeah, she's got a number of offers already and more coming, I would assume.
Absolutely.
She's just a sophomore, and here she is again with the ball.
Kaz Andrews picks up the steal, hands off to Hamlin, and Hamlin will set up the offense for the Warriors. Gets it across to Howard on the right side into Olsen on the corner. Back up top goes Howard. Fighting against the 2-3 defense here from Skyview. Quick to Ashton, back outlet. Quick movement here from the Warriors. And Olsen will take a three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Ashton with the rebound. And Natalie Olsen drives back in against the defense, loses the handle on it, and Radford picks it up. She takes the three in transition, no good. Andrews nearly pulled in the rebound.
If I'm Radford and Skyview, I don't want to press too hard, right? I mean, no, I want to score and on my team's best option, but maybe let's get our teammates involved a little bit more. Maybe get a pick and roll, a little flow, a little more rhythm to our offense here to end the half.
Merrill will inbound. Gets it into Fisher. Fisher goes up top to Radford. Swinging around to Allen. Back to Merrill. Merrill inside. Fisher.
Good.
15-footer's good.
Great action right there by the Bobcats. Great flash by Fisher to the high post for the easy bucket.
And Cliff Fisher's got 7. She's been a bright spot right now, actually leading Skyview in scoring so far in this first half.
Tipped away, nearly stolen, but Hamlin holds on to it. And by the way, Joey Jensen back into the game, too. So with a wrapped-up fresh ankle, she's back at it here, leading point.
Yeah, good job by the training staff. Get that ankle tipped up tight. We might feel it a little bit more in the morning.
3 on the shot.
Nice.
Olsen, Natalie Olsen. Now has 8 here in this game.
So Canyon really sharing the ball, playing unselfish.
Merrill driving in on Jensen, picked up Andrews. No good on the shot, and it's rebounded by Tapasa.
Great rebound right there.
And boy, I wouldn't reach in after she rebounds the ball.
No, she went up. She's so strong and does a good job clearing it, gets a quick outlet so Snow Canyon can jumpstart their offense.
Up top with it is Jensen, swinging the ball around to Andrews. Into the corner is Olsen. Back up top, Jensen. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pulling the threes, Hamlin. And she drops it in.
Livy Hamlin on fire. She's got 20 in the first half.
Amazing performance by Olivia here in the first half.
You think she's feeling a little better today?
Feeling better, and obviously one step closer to that title game, and she's going to do everything she can to help her team get there.
Skyview in possessions. Fisher. No good. Rebound Andrews.
That's the right play, though. I mean, you get a 12-foot baseline jumper, and Fisher just hit one a moment or two ago, and so just left that one a little bit short, but you got to love that look.
35-22 as they're getting close to wrapping up the second quarter here. 13 on the clock. Jensen up top.
Look at this skip pass. Yeah, right there for Hamlin. Deep three.
It looked like it was the right distance, just not quite on the right line. And not able to get the shot off is Allen, and that gives Snow Canyon the lead. Again, heading into halftime here, it's 35-22 with Skyview. Some room to make up here. And we're going to see if we can grab one of the coaches.
We'll be having an award ceremony in just a moment.
We're going to go see if Devin can go grab one of the coaches here.
Looks
before
like he's got Coach Roden.
Yeah, we got Coach Roden over there. So, yep, Devin here with Coach. Let's see what he has to say.
first half. Obviously, Liv Hamlin looks a lot better than she did yesterday with that allergies.
Yeah, she's playing well. We're hitting shots. You're doing a good job on the defensive end on Radford. Hopefully we keep it up. She's missed some shots today that she hit yesterday, so hopefully it keeps going, but so far I like what we're doing.
Talk about how unselfish your team played in that first half.
They're doing a really good job. Yeah, after yesterday's first half, we were in a funk. It was ugly, but hopefully we've turned a corner and just keep sharing the ball and moving it around. We'll get good shots. So
thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Devin, and thank you to Coach. We're Snow Canyon again with a 35-22 lead here running into halftime. And here at halftime, we're going to be heading into our Rally Stop halftime show, so stick around with us where we will recap the first half and look forward to some of the other games going on here today at the state tournament. So stick around with us. We'll be back after this.
Tanglewood Studios has something for everyone, whether it's dance, cheer, color guard, or gymnastics. There's even recreational all-boys gymnastics along with Mamma Me classes. Family rates are available, so come join the fun.
Find your next career at West Liberty Foods. Visit careers.wlfoods.com.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
Whether it's drinks or treats, get your fix at Soda Fix in Tree Mountain.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Rudd Funeral Home is there to serve your family in your time of need.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
We know it takes an entire community to make Southern Utah thrive. You will see us on the fields, on the courts, at festivals, and in the schools, and everywhere in between. From Southern Utah's Auto Mall, we help you create memories that bolster joy in our community. It's the reason why we've got it made in Southern Utah and why you've got it made at Stephen Wade.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Let GBI help you get your project completed on time and on budget. If you're looking for work, join GBI's team for a great work environment, competitive pay, and benefits.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Miller Medical is ready to care for clients with full services for family medical. They also offer beauty and spa health treatments with hot stone and IV vitamin therapies, as well as Botox. Let Miller Medical take care of all your healthcare needs.
In Utah, we love our sports. At KSL, we live and breathe sports. Wherever the action is.
Look who we found in Pasadena.
We're there. Wherever you are. Tune in. On air, online, and on the new KSL Sports app. We cover it all. From high school to pro. And the only radio team that's home to the Utah Jazz. KSL Sports Live and KSL Sports Zone. The one team that never stops tracking your teams.
At IPG, we take pride in being a global leader in protective packaging. IPG Tremont has won the Industry Week magazine's Best Plants Award twice. How can we achieve this? It's our people. With top pay and self-paced promotions, IPG is a place you can get ahead. Excellent benefits like low healthcare premiums, low deductibles, 401k match, and free life insurance. The plant is warm in the winter and air-conditioned in the summer. Uniforms or smocks are not required. Wear what you like. Come join a winning team with all the values you care about. Come work with us at IPG. Stop in anytime or look us up on the web at itape.com.
I'm Bo Bradshaw, owner of Bo's Auto Parts. I want to watch the game as well, so I'll make this quick. When you come into Bo's Auto Parts, our store mission is simple. Supply our customers with the best auto parts and the best customer service we can provide. Come on by and see if we can deliver.
Thank you. Enjoy your new car. Car buying was never meant to be a chore. That's why at Crump Reese Motors, we make it as easy and honest as possible.
Welcome back in, everybody. It's the Rally Stop Halftime Show here from Utah State University here at the Spectrum, where Snow Canyon leads over Skyview 35-22. Again, here at halftime, this has been a little bit of the Olivia Hamlin show where she has 20 points, you guys.
Yeah, great first half by Olivia, but the Warriors as a whole, if you look at the stats, you know, they're shooting over 50% from the field. They're winning the rebounding battle. They have 7 assists on 13 made field goals, 5 steals, haven't turned the ball over too much, only 5 turnovers. And so a complete first half. Everyone that was in the game contributed, whether it was a rebound, a steal, an assist, a bucket. So really good first half, probably about as good a first half as we've seen the Warriors play this season. And then on the flip side, Skyview, right, took a minute to settle in offensively, only shooting a tick above 30%. I expect that to change a little bit here in the second half. Doing a good job on the offensive glass, just need to convert them to some points.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to try to catch up here with a coach from Skyview and see what they talked about in the locker room, and looking forward to what's next in the next half of play here.
20 points in this first half. What are you going to do to try to slow her down?
You know, I think it's transition points. She's getting a lot of points. When she gets out and runs, she's a good driver. So we got to take those away. I think that'll help.
And then what else can we anticipate in the second half?
You know, we just got to dig deep, play tough defense, get some stops, and then be able to execute offensively.
Thanks for your time and good luck in the second half. Back to you.
That's Kate Daly there on the sideline there with the coach of Skyview, and looking forward to the second half. And as she kind of mentioned there, how do you slow down Olivia Hamlin?
Well, I mean, it's tough, right? She's averaging 24.7 points a game. She leads for it in scoring, and she still did it all within the framework of the offense. And she gets a lot of her points when she gets the steal and goes. We saw her facilitate, though. We saw good ball movement. I mean, they were sharing the basketball in that first half, so it's a tall order. You know, maybe they start doubling her. But that's hard to do because Kelly Howard shot the ball well in the first half. Natalie Olson made some big plays. So, you know, you pick your poison because Snow Canyon has other players that that can beat you. But, you know, if Olivia Hamlin scores 20 more in the second half, Snow Canyon's going to win this basketball game. So they got to throw the kitchen sink at her.
Yeah, and I think Coach Hall hit it right on the head. She's got to slow her down in transition, make her earn everything in the half court. If she's going to hit threes or contested jumpers or tough finishes at the rim, that's different than a wide open layup. So fully expect Skyview to come out here and make an emphasis on getting back on defense. Maybe even if that means they're not going to crash the offensive glass as hard. Shot goes up, crash. If you don't get it, you got to sprint back, get your foot in the paint, and be ready to play some defense.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say, looking forward here to the second half of play. If you're Skyview, you got to get something rolling here on offense. They've had some decent looks, but how do you get that penetration down low? Because I feel like that's where they can start to get some points going.
Well, I liked it when they started using Fisher on the elbow. They got her to the middle of the key. They got her down on the baseline. You know, they moved her around. You know, if you can go inside, if you want to start getting her to turn around jump shots, and she's capable of knocking those down. And if you force her to start doubling, then you can start getting some kickouts to some shooters. Addie Merrill can shoot the three. Carly Allen can shoot the three. We know Hannah Radford's she went 2 for 11 in the first half, guys. You look at some statistics, the box scores this year. That's not a good shooting performance for her. So you can bet your bottom dollar that she's going to heat up in the second half. I think Radford's going to be hungry to get back on track.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it needs to come off of maybe a down screen or a cross screen where she can just catch and shoot or catch and drive versus walking it across half court and more the ISO style where she's working so hard to get something. She took a couple tough shots, so you know, allow her to use her teammates a little bit, come off some screens, and make it a little easier on herself to get some clean looks.
Both teams heading to the bench here to get ready for the third quarter. Again, Snow Canyon leads 35-22 here at halftime at Utah State University, our gracious hosts for the 4A state tournament, where tomorrow one of these teams is going to go face that Ridgeline Riverhawk team that had a dominating semifinal win over Green Canyon.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, 19 for Elise Livingston, 16 for Macy Brown, and 21 for Emily Skinner. They got that trifecta of scores going, and the winner will get them tomorrow. And both teams, these two teams want that shot. This game is not out of reach. You're only down 13. Got to win the first 4-minute battle, get to single digits. You want to be, you know, within 4 or 5, I'm sure, if you're Coach Hall going to the fourth quarter. And really, if Skyview can do that, the crowd can get behind them. The crowd can start making some noise. This is a big student body section here in the Spectrum for the Skyview Bobcats.
So Snow Canyon Warriors are going to get the ball coming out of the first half, and we'll start things here in the second. Switch sides of the court, and here we go. Joey Jensen, who, again, had a little bit of an ankle tweak earlier. Able to go and get it looked at by the trainers, and she's back out on the court. Driving in is Hamlin. She loses a handle on it, tries to kick it out. It's tipped away and stolen by Skyview. Merrill will pick things up here, coming in the transition. Trying to get it down low, but a little foul there, and that's a big foul for Snow Canyon because Tapasa, that's her third.
Yeah, that's the storyline, right? Now she's got to take a seat. That happens just 26 seconds into the second half. And it'll be interesting if Coach Roden even goes back to her in the third quarter, tries to save those 2 fouls for the fourth quarter.
Instead, Ashton in there, and she's a big defensive force, big body down there. Able to affect that shot as Hamlin going all the way to the basket.
And there she is again, just best going to her right. Nice little soft kiss. Scores it so well from so many different angles as she drives to the basket.
Miss from Skyview, nearly getting the offensive board, but it's Ashton on the ground picking it up. Full court baseball pass stolen away by Merrill. Kelly Howard was down there ready to get the easy lay-in, but Skyview had other plans. It's Merrill up top. Goes to her left side. Kicks out into the corner. Allen drives baseline. Mid-range shot and good by Courtney Payne.
Great shot by Courtney Payne right there. Good find right there. I think Skyview can find some gaps in this Snow Canyon defense and get shots just like that as they work to get back in this game.
Hamlin gets it to Natalie Olson. Olsen drives in. Stripped away by Carly Allen. And Addie Merrill will take control of it. Down low, give and go. Block shot and a foul is called. Merrill's going to head to the line.
Warrior foul. Number 42.
Take a look at the replay here. Hard drive by Natalie Olsen, but just the thievery, the quick hands. I mean, instead of like moving with your hands up, she just reaches in the cookie jar, pulls it out, goes right down to that post play, a little give and go action, and earns a trip to the free throw line. And plays like that, just, well, clock stop. If you can make free throws, going to help. The first free throw, unfortunately, no good there for Merrill.
Yep.
Gets the second one to go, and one step closer to Snow Canyon there, 37-25. Jensen brings it across. Gets it to Olsen up top, swinging it around. It's Howard looking for a cutting Olivia Hamlin. Hamlin pulls the three. No good. Allen on the rebound. And it's Merrill coming quickly the other way. Puts on the brakes, a step inside the three-point line, and gets it to drop in. It's Addie Merrill now with 8.
Great start right here for Skyview. A few stops, a few buckets. That's exactly what Coach Hall wanted coming out of the locker room.
Hamlin over to Olsen, wide open mid-range. Not enough there. It bounces around the rim, but an offensive board by Jensen. Olsen again, drives in. Went to hand it off, but it was tipped away and stolen as Courtney Payne on the tip. And Radford brings it the other way. And another foul is called. Again on Sarah Ashton.
I think Coach Roden wants a timeout here. I think he's seen enough.
That's a good call. That's a good call by Coach Roden. Just settling down, let them know they still have a 10-point lead. Just got to clean up the turnovers and stop fouling.
Again, as you can see on the replay there, a little bit of contact, I guess. So we're going to take a quick break ourselves. We'll be back after this here on KSLSports.com.
If you want your athlete to be ready for the state level, they need to start with high hoops. Let Wade Bronson, a state basketball champion, use his coaching and expertise to get your athlete on the top of their game. Call to find out how you can join a team or play in their annual 3v3 showcase.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Welcome back here. 10-point lead for the Warriors. But at the line to try to close in on that is Hannah Radford. Been quiet since the first quarter. She got 5 points in the first quarter, but that's it. Tries to get more on the board here, and she does with the first free throw. Second one is no good. Rebound by Ashton, and it's kicked out to Jensen. The Warriors run.
Good news, Joey's running well after that ankle tape.
And it's off the hands of Sarah Ashton. It'll be Bobcat basketball.
And with Fisher checking back in, that gives them a little bit more size to deal with Ashton. Fisher goes about 6'1", 6'2". Ashton's probably 6'3". Maybe only has an inch advantage there. But you got a single digits right now, and you've only haven't even played 3 minutes in the second half. So Skyview is really come out playing inspired. And you heard Coach Hall talking about, hey, we got to dig deep. We got to come out, execute. We got to take away the transition points. And they've done that here in the opening couple minutes of the second half.
Looked like the clock didn't start on the inbound pass, so they needed to reset the clock to the correct time, and we'll restart here. Merrill up top with it for the Bobcats, trying to get it inside, and does to Radford. Radford goes in with it, spins around, pushes it up and in.
Love the ball fake. Little ball fake, and then spins back to the middle to almost that baby right hook shot, front of the rim. Soft shooter's touch. And all of a sudden, lead is down to 7.
Kelly Howard on the drive, and it's tipped around out of bounds.
Yeah, great start for the Bobcats. They've done exactly what they wanted to on both ends of the floor. Now, if I'm the Warriors here, just settle down. Let's get our best set. Let's get a bucket.
Kelly Howard 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Allen, kicked out to Radford.
That's a good look.
That's a good look.
She was hitting those in the first half, but it is an 8-2 run here to start the third quarter for Skyview.
Into the corner, Allen bringing it back up top to Merrill. Merrill drives in on Jensen. Hands it off, swinging it around, Fisher to Allen.
And you like this if you're Snow Canyon. All these passes, shot clock winding down, and you force a tough shot.
Yeah, tough shot. Great defense right there. I believe it was Kelly Howard guarding Radford right there on that turnaround jump shot.
Hamlin bringing it down for the Warriors. Into the corner is Jensen. Jensen has a lane on the baseline, pushes it up, no good. Rebound, Radford.
Good move by Joey Jensen there. Just couldn't quite get it to drop, but set it up with the jab step. Hard drive to the baseline.
Radford to Merrill, inside Fisher. Hands off to Merrill. Merrill drives. And another foul to Sarah Ashton. That's her third. Quick one.
Yeah, just a sophomore. Sarah's going to learn, you got to keep those hands up. Sometimes when you reach like that, you'll see towards the end of this replay, brought to you by Holbrook Asphalt, you can see her just reach, try to block that shot. And anytime the arm comes sweeping down, and that's more than likely going to draw the foul every time.
Yeah, whether you get the ball or not. Refs just kind of look for those arms to come down.
No good on the first one. Addie Merrill has a chance here for another. Sinks it. 9 points now for Addie Merrill.
Yeah, and only 2 points here in the quarter for the Warriors. It was off a Liv Hamlin drive just like that, and that's exactly what they need.
Yeah, Olivia Hamlin. Quick drive, quick basket, and a full timeout taken by Snow Canyon. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves, and we'll be back here in the third quarter when we come back.
In Utah, we love our sports. At KSL, we live and breathe sports. Wherever the action is.
Look who we found in Pasadena.
We're there. Wherever you are. Tune in. On air, online, and on the new KSL Sports app. We cover it all. From high school to pro. And the only radio team that's home to the Utah Jazz. KSL Sports Live and KSL Sports Zone. The one team that never stops tracking your teams.
That timeout brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Mountains away. Visit Cache Valley Bank for your financial needs. Skyview coming out of the timeout. We'll start with the ball here.
Looked like maybe Snow Canyon had some Gatorade hit the deck over there. They had to get a towel out, clean some things up.
You got to save that one for when you don't have any timeouts left. You know, the old Jason Kidd, have someone bump into you so you get an extra timeout.
Well, I'm looking at the supporting cast right now for Skyview. Who's going to step up? Will be Merrill or Fisher as she goes drop step, spin move, and gets fouled.
And a quick fourth foul here by Sarah Ashton. Remember, we're not even into the fourth quarter. She's picked up 4 in this quarter alone.
And you mentioned it, Deb. She's in a good position. She's between her player and the basket. She just got to keep her hands straight up. Make him shoot it. She's so long. Just make him shoot a tough shot over you.
Claire Fisher at the line makes the first. Looking for the next one. And gets it. She's had herself a pretty good game so far, 9 points.
Yeah, Claire played great. Done some good things on the offensive glass. And really good work from the high post. That time, a little back to the basket move to get to the free throw line. She's been a solid piece for the Bobcats today.
Yeah, came in only averaging 3.5 points per game, but, you know, with the injury to Hyatt, they've needed her to step up and score a little bit more, and she's producing it, as we've seen so far in this one.
Kick out, Kelly Howard 3. Off the front, no good.
Just a tad short. Great find by Olivia. Kelly's right on line, just a little short.
Merrill tries and misses. And a foul is called against Skyview. And I believe it's going to go against Fisher.
Only her second, though. Not a big deal. Just trying to get an offensive rebound, create another possession, maybe a little too aggressive with it.
Yeah, it wasn't really an over the back. She just pushed in the back there, I think, to try to track down that loose ball rebound is what the official deemed.
Andrews has a lane off the glass. Just can't catch the rim. It rolls off.
It's a good look.
Radford on the drive. Pushes it up, and it's good. And Radford.
And they started to double her, and as soon as she sees that double, she just jump stops, elevates, gets off that quick touch shot on that left side.
Just like that, it's a 4-point game.
Yeah, Skyview, Hannah Radford, this team right where they want to be, mounting the comeback, slowly but surely.
Misfire there by Natalie Olson, and it's Radford again in control of it here for Skyview. At the foul line, kicked out. Merrill straightaway three, no good. Rebound, Skyview tipped around. And that's going to be a foul on Sarah Ashton, and she is going to foul out of this game.
Oh, that's a tough one. Just trying to get a loose ball and just couldn't quite rein it in.
I think there's still water on the floor.
Yeah.
Tapasa came off
a little
the
bit of a
bench
spill
and slipped and fell because she had to come back in because Ashton is fouled out.
And now you have Jocelyn Olsen over there. She's kind of looking at the ground like, there's got to be something here, and sure enough, they bring out a few extra towels to wipe up the ground there by the bench.
And Tapasa's got to be careful here, too.
And you see she kind of backed up on that drive, too. She didn't even want any part of that. But it missed shot anyways, and Hamlin drives in, kicks out to Howard. Howard with a lane, off the glass, no good. Tipped, rebound Jensen.
Good looks right now for Snow Canyon. Andrews had one the set before, and that one by Howard. They're just not finding the bottom of the net.
Hamlin on the drive. Is it an and one?
Yeah.
I think they're going to call it on the floor, maybe?
I think he gave it to her.
They gave it to her. They're saying she's shooting
one.
one.
Okay. All right. Great finish by Olivia Hamlin there.
Well, when you need a bucket, who do you turn to? Number 23, Liv Hamlin. Little bump. Let her jump stop and then continue on. Probably could have been called on the floor, Casey.
Yeah, why not?
Rebounded, and a jump ball. It will be in favor of Skyview.
And I think if I'm Coach Roden, let's let Olivia go here a little bit, right? And not that she's necessarily going to score every possession, but she's going to draw so much attention that Natalie and Kelly and Joey may get some wide open looks because of the attention that Skyview is going to have to give Olivia.
And a quick foul.
Uh-oh, that's 4 now.
On Tapasa, yep.
And she was moving her feet, but just a little bump, like a little hip check there, because
and a little scrape of the arm as well. They're gonna call her for the combo of things there.
And that's 1-on-1. So Skyview in a really good spot here. They're gonna be shooting free throws the entire rest of the game. As long as they can convert, this is going to be a big key to this game.
Tapasa's going to go back to the bench as well. They're going to try to save her for the end of the game.
And now, I couldn't agree with you more. I think you got to get out and run. I think Snow Canyon's going to be at a size disadvantage now. I think now you got to go fast and you got to use your speed because they're going to have trouble, with Fisher's size, with Ashton and Tapasa out of the game right now with 4. Ashton fouling out. And if I'm Skyview, I'm going back to 33. If they want to double her, then okay, we'll kick out and get Rad for some looks.
Yeah.
Missed on the second one, and Olivia Hamlin on the board. Hamlin bringing it quickly the other way.
Just got to attack.
And Hamlin all the way in. Contact, no call. Jump ball is the call. Snow Canyon will keep it.
Coach Roden sprinted all the way from the coach's line to the end of the bench. He wanted a foul there, didn't get it.
Yeah, I don't blame him. There was a lot of contact on that shot there.
Hamlin will inbound. Swinging it up top is Howard. Back to Hamlin. Hamlin pulls the deep 3. Wow! Bottom of the net 3.
Big bucket there by Olivia Hamlin to push this lead back up to 8 right here at the end of the third quarter.
A big U First Credit Union 3-pointer by Olivia Hamlin.
So confident she let it fly, too. Deep 3.
Merrill kicks out Allen. No return three there, but an offensive board and put back. Claire Fisher.
Fisher's got 12. And a steady Eddie 12 with that size inside. Keep feeding her the ball. But Hamlin's got 29, and now you're putting her on ball. They've moved Joey off ball here. Let Livy Hamlin create like you were saying earlier, Casey.
Yeah, just got to be careful not to get a 5 count here as you're trying to go for the last shot.
17-footer, no good. Rebound, Radford. 3 seconds on the clock. Spins out of it, loses control of it, and that'll be the end of the third quarter where Skyview makes a big comeback, scoring 16 in the third quarter to Snow Canyon's 9. It's 44-38 at the end of the third quarter. More when we come back here from Utah State University on KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Rudd Funeral Home is there to serve your family in your time of need.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
For all your project needs, shop at Greer's Hardware. Happily serving the community since 1976.
Start of the fourth quarter here, brought to you by Jason Baum with Bay Equity Home Loans. For your home loan needs, refinancing, call Jason Baum with BaumLoans.com. That's BAUMLOANS.com.
We must have been off on one fell. Sorry there, Caden.
Yeah.
But Sarah Ashton is back in the game, so maybe she only has 4.
She must have only had 4. I thought that might have given her 5th, but because she did sub out immediately afterwards, but she's back out there.
That's good news for Snow Canyon fans and Coach Roden. Because definitely they wanted to get Fisher the ball when she was out of there and Tabasa was out of there.
Corner 3 by Allen is no good and brought in by Hamlin. It goes off her leg.
Yeah, we couldn't see if that was the case or not. We're blocked by the scores table here.
She brought up. It might have been. It's hard to tell from that angle with all the students.
Yeah, Skyview student section is rowdy today.
Yeah, they got back-to-back games here, so expect a pretty good contingent of Skyview Bobcat fans here for the next few hours.
Swinging around is Payne, hands off to Radford. She takes the corner. Shot no good from the elbow. It's rebounded by Hamlin again.
And Coach Roden wants to pick up the tempo here in the fourth quarter.
Olsen on the drive. And is fouled. Courtney Payne on the foul.
Good drive right there by Natalie. Nice little shot fake at the three-point line. And drew enough contact, right, not to be able to complete the shot, but get to the free throw line for a couple free throws here.
And she sinks the first one. 9 points now for Natalie Olsen. And she gets the second.
Yeah, you talk a lot about Olivia Hamlin, but how great a career has Natalie Olsen had. I mean, she's a senior, and this is one step away from playing a state championship for all these seniors out there on the court right now, like Natalie.
Missed shot, but offensive board by Fisher, kicked out to Radford.
There's Claire Fisher again. Can't say enough about what she's done for this Bobcat team today.
Driving in baseline, tipped around, and it'll be out of bounds. Skyview basketball.
Every possession magnified now as you get into crunch time, especially when you're down 8 right now. You want quality possessions. Even if they don't fall, you want good looks. I'd attack the post. There they go.
And they do. Blocked.
Good job by Sarah right there.
Quick transition and
little
overthrown by Hamlin, trying to get it into Kelly Howard.
And Liv wants that one back. Trying to thread the needle, a high, soft lob, and just too far out in front. No chance to catch that one.
Let's see what Skyview does here the last 6.5 minutes. They've got to get some buckets, and then they've got to ramp up the pressure a little bit.
Again,
Another
blocked
block
by
Sarah.
Ashton.
2 possessions in a row.
And another one. Oh, they give her the foul on that one.
And I read her lips. Sarah Ashton said, I went straight up. But did she at the end?
I agree with the refs on that one. I think she got a little bit of the wrist and arm there after 2 awesome blocks.
Yeah, it wasn't the big swipe down like we saw earlier in this game, but tell Skyview coaching staff's trying to feed Fisher the ball in the post, letting her work one-on-one.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they ramp up the pressure here, try to force Snow Canyon into some turnovers.
Making both of those Claire Fisher, who again has been a gem for Skyview with 14 and some big defensive plays as well. Hamlin driving in, push shot, rattles it up, no good, and rebound by Allen. Merrill now trying to get it low to Fisher. Keep going to Fisher, down low. It's no good. Rebounded by Snow Canyon. Jensen.
That time Ashton did go straight up.
Yeah,
and altered the shot.
Made it a very difficult shot.
Hamlin up top with it, looking for a pick from Natalie Olson. Goes right back to Natalie. Natalie drives. No good. Radford on the board. 5:30 left to play here. And Radford.
She's really good off the spin, isn't she, guys?
She loves that little spin, creates a little space, little fadeaway, and she's silky smooth with that little 8-foot jump shot.
Full timeout taken by Skyview, and we'll take a timeout ourselves here with 5:27 left to go here in the fourth quarter on KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
46-42, Snow Canyon with the lead and with the ball coming out of the timeout there by Skyview.
You saw Hannah Radford grab her 4 other teammates as they came out of that timeout, kind of huddled them up and said, this is go time, ladies, right? We got 5.5 minutes left of our season. We're only down 4. Let's make a little push here.
Livy Hamlin over to Howard. Howard on the drive, back out to Olson. Olson drives in, kicks it out. Jensen to Hamlin. Hamlin is fouled by Radford.
Just so quick with that first step, and once you're beat, you beat. Not a bad foul there.
So Radford picks up her first foul, and Snow Canyon still a ways away from getting to take advantage of some bonus free throws.
Four low, and they're letting Liv create.
Drives baseline, kicks out to Howard. To Olson, back up top to Howard. 15 on the shot clock. Howard drives, loses it. On the ground with it, it's a jump ball. Snow Canyon will hold on to possession.
Good job getting it back right there. Lost it initially, but retained possession by getting on the floor.
Hamlin will inbound. And Hamlin loses the handle on it, goes out of bounds from the pass from Howard.
And they kind of stole a page out of Skyview's playbook there. Same action with Olivia Hamlin inbounding and then sprinting back in and just couldn't quite get the handle on it.
So Skyview in control of it. A chance to tighten things up here. 46-42 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. 3 from Allen is no good. And she gets her own rebound, goes back up with it, and it's in.
2-point game. Here come the Bobcats. This second half, they have come alive. And Snow Canyon seems to be on their heels a little bit right now.
Olivia Hamlin on the drive and answers back.
Nice little left-right crossover, then a right-to-left crossover to finish at the rim. Great move by Olivia there to keep a 4-point lead.
Push shot up by Fisher. Wow, what a game this Claire Fisher's having.
Yeah, she's got 16. Hamlin, after that last bucket for the Warriors, she's got 31.
Driving in, kick out. Olsen has a lane, takes it, and it's in.
Big bucket there by Natalie Olsen, the senior, coming through in the clutch. She's now got 12 on the night.
There's Fisher. Oh.
No good, but it will head to the line.
And Claire Fisher has been great from the free throw line. Now it's down to crunch time. These free throws mean a little bit more as we approach the end of the game here.
Saw that mid-range J go, and then here's the foul. Yeah, she'll head to the free throw line for a couple big ones. First one, nothing but the bottom. Don't forget, that was Freddie's. Got a little promotion going with the Parade of Homes right now, and there's Southern Utah locations where you get a tank of gas, get a free car wash when you show your Parade of Homes tickets. That goes through Sunday.
Big free throws there. 18 points. It's a 2-point game again. 48-50 on the Wilkinson's House Lighting scoreboard.
Well, and we said it, guys, back in the first half. You kind of felt like these two teams were real evenly matched, and they both played close ones yesterday, and they're both in a close one here today. A chance to go to the state title on the line.
Claire Fisher, only a sophomore. She's going to be a threat, a dominant force here in Cache Valley for the next few seasons.
We'll keep it right here through this timeout. Again, 50-48. Thank Cache Valley for being a timeout sponsor. And check out some replays here from this last replay where, again, Fisher has just been able to put on a bit of a show down low.
Yeah, and they called that foul, not on Ashton. They called it on Kelly Howard, I believe. Got the benefit of the whistle there. Closed the gap down to 2, 50-48. Both coaches, fired up in that timeout, heeding for the kids to dig deep, find a little extra gas in the tank here. Still plenty of time for one team to separate from the other with 3:34 left here in the fourth quarter. Again, earlier, Nets on Fire update. Ridgeline won convincingly, so they await the winner of this game.
Hamlin driving in on Maryland, kicks out to Howard. Howard on the drive. It's tipped away. She gets her own miss there.
Nice
and
pass.
Tapasa up and one.
Big bucket. Mark that one down, guys. That could be your playmaker play of the game.
Great find by Natalie Olsen after the ball initially got stripped a little bit, and then she was able to regain possession, fire a bullet to Tapasa right there for the and-one.
And she sinks in the extra point for the 3-point play. It's now a 5-point lead here for the Warriors with just over 3 minutes left to go. Driving in on Olsen, bounced off her foot. It's a turnover for Skyview.
Yeah, just a mistake there. Just kind of dribbled right off her foot out of bounds. Officials saw it cleanly, and now Snow Canyon with a 5-point lead can get a little cushion with a bucket right here.
And Addie Merrill for the Bobcats, she's had her hands full guarding Olivia Hamlin, but man, she has worked hard today trying to slow her down, and you can tell she's giving it everything that she can.
Olsen on the drive, has a lane, gets it to catch the rim and in.
Olsen's got 14 now. That's a clutch bucket. And this is a big 5-0 run here. Snow Canyon pushes the lead up to 8.
Nearly stolen away by the Warriors, and Allen will drive in. Finds Fisher, pushes it up off the fake. And a foul. Tapasa. Let's check that Holbrook asphalt replay here.
That is her 5th and eliminating foul.
Yeah, she's kind of coming into the shooter there.
She turned her body into it a little bit.
And that is her 5th foul.
Yep.
So going to be interesting to see what Coach Roden does here lineup-wise to hopefully squeak out these last 2.5 minutes.
You got to go back to Sarah Ashton here, don't you?
I think so. Yeah, you got to try to neutralize Claire Fisher as much as you can. And we must have had a bad count on fouls for Summer Ashton. I'm not sure where she's at.
I thought she was at like 6 by now,
yeah,
but they must have given some to other people, I guess.
At least 3 or 4, but her size is going to be important here.
Yeah. Gets the first one in and gives her 19 on the afternoon. No good on the next. And Natalie Olsen chasing down the rebound.
Yeah, if you're Snow Canyon, now you can be patient, spread things out, get the spacing that you want here.
Yeah, 6-point lead. Coach Roden's going to take a timeout, make sure he gets exactly what he wants.
With that timeout taken, we'll take a timeout ourselves, and we'll be back to wrap up the fourth quarter with you when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com.
I'm Bo Bradshaw, owner of Bo's Auto Parts. I want to watch the game as well, so I'll make this quick. When you come into Bo's Auto Parts, our store mission is simple. Supply our customers with the best auto parts and the best customer service we can provide. Come on by and see if we can deliver.
Thank you. Enjoy your new car. Car buying was never meant to be a chore. That's why at Crump Reese Motors, we make it as easy and honest as possible.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dive. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
For all your project needs, shop at Greer's Hardware. Happily serving the community since 1976.
55-49, Snow Canyon in the lead on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard, and Snow Canyon in control of it with 2:15 on the clock. Joey Jensen swinging it around to Kelly Howard, now into Hamlin's hands. Hamlin looking for a pick from Ashton. Says she drives a baseline, floats it up, no good. Rebound by Allen. And she steals it right back. Tries to get it to Jensen, but throws it away.
I think Olivia might have got away with a little kick there, but good thing Skyview got it back.
Radford to Merrill. Merrill will drive in. She goes in strong and a foul.
You know, and this is a rematch, guys. I mean, these two teams played back at the beginning of the season, December 8th, and Skyview actually won that game 52-39. And you go back and you look at that box score, and Olivia Hamlin had just 20. She's already got 31 in this one. That's been the big difference when you look up at the score differential. And yet Skyview still got a chance to win despite Liv's big performance so far tonight.
Yep, 5-point game here. Chance to make it a 4-point, and it does.
Of course, the other difference, Melanie Hyatt scored 11, but then obviously got injured with the ACL, and so she's unavailable for this state tournament for Skyview.
Hamlin drives all the way in. Easy basket
nice
for Hamlin.
Euro step right there by Olivia Hamlin. We've seen that on display several times today.
Driving in is Radford against Olsen, and a foul. I believe that's going to go against Howard.
And same with Hannah
No,
Radford.
they're going against. That's going to go against Hamlin.
We've seen that spin move on display several times today as well by Hannah Radford.
They called that on Livy. I think you're right on the reach-in, but I think she actually missed the ball. I don't think that foul should have been on Olivia Hamlin. But you know what? She's not in foul trouble, so probably doesn't. It doesn't hurt the Warriors, so to speak, if you're going to call foul.
And some made free throws.
And if you're Coach Roden, there's no secret. You want the ball in Olivia Hamlin's hands. She's a primetime player. She's got 33 tonight.
And Skyview only has 5 team fouls, so, yeah, they want to be aggressive here. I think Addie Merrill tried to foul earlier in the possession. They didn't call it. But expect them to maybe foul again quickly right here. Try to extend the game here, this last minute 10, and make the Warriors hit some crucial free throws down the stretch.
It's out of bounds. It's going to be tipped off of Olivia Hamlin's shoe, I believe, in Skyview's basketball. Good defense there by the Bobcats.
Yeah, just not a lot of space there on that sideline. A lot of bodies over there.
57-53. Snow Canyon on top here with 1 minute left to go here in the regulation.
Definitely down to crunch time here. It's going to be a big possession.
Tipped away, stolen by the Warriors.
Great defense right there by Olivia Hamlin.
And Hamlin will get fouled. But again, still not even into the bonus yet, I believe.
I think
maybe at this point it's the 1-and-1. Yeah, they're going to send her to the line.
Team foul number 7. Now on the bonus, number 23.
This is where, if you're the Warriors, it's make your free throws, extend the game, keep it at least at 2 possessions, and don't foul on the other end, rebound the ball.
In and out, no good. Radford in control of it for the Bobcats. 42 seconds. Radford gets a screen, takes it to the left baseline, backs it in, pushes up. Fouled by Kelly Howard, and will go to the line.
Tough call there defensively, but you like the aggressive. You go quick, you attack, try to get to that mid-range jumper, and Radford goes to that little back down and then to the right hand. And
she demands contact, right, on that spin. And so great job drawing the foul right there.
Made free throw here. It'll be a 2-point game, already a 1-possession game. And she gets it.
So strategy changes a little bit here where you only have, a second, almost 2 seconds difference in the shot clock. Coach Hall, with it being a 1-possession game, is maybe going to talk about being aggressive, trying to get a steal before we foul now, right? We don't want to foul right away. Maybe we get a chance to get a steal. Then we don't want the shot clock to wind completely down. We can go for a foul if we don't get a steal off the initial pass.
Ridgeline still scouting this game. Of course, they play in the same region against Skyview. They beat them by, I think it was 14 and by 18 in the regular season. Interestingly enough, Snow Canyon played them in the preseason too, and it was a 64-44 game. Snow Canyon losing by 20. So one of these two teams is going to get another crack at the Riverhawks, and with 38 seconds to go and a 2-point game, this one's lived up to the hype. This is what a semifinal should be like, and you're going to have that emotion of, the agony, the agony of defeat on one side and the sure joy of victory on the other side. And boy.
Yeah, and I don't think we've had our playmaker play of the game yet. I think it could be a steal. It could be some free throws. It could be a defensive stop here these last 37 seconds.
I think you're right. I think there's still a big play coming to try to seal this game one way or the other.
Joey Jensen will inbound here for the Warriors. She's got to get it in. 5 seconds will be the call. 5 seconds is the call.
Are they out of timeouts?
No, they were calling a timeout. They gave it to him.
Had a timeout.
They gave it to him.
Coach Roden heads up. He had the clock ticking in his head there, and he knew he had to call the timeout. And the outside official gives him the full timeout.
Yeah, the officials here talking in the middle saying, who gave them the timeout? And she said, I did. Yep. So timeout is the official call. And, again, we'll keep it right here as we wrap up the game.
Experienced official there. Good job. We were chatting with her yesterday. 24 years officiating.
Yeah, her name escapes me, but I remember having her at Bear River early on in my career, and she didn't put up with much. So, which was good for me. I stayed out of trouble.
Again, just a quick timeout here where Snow Canyon has to find a better way to get the ball in with 36 seconds left, and it's a 2-point game. They do have possession of it, but holding on to that lead here. This is kind of like what we saw with the Ridgeline and Layton Christian game yesterday.
And they did a nice job curling, and Liv comes right along the baseline in front, almost a shovel pass there, a little short one that couldn't be intercepted, and then Liv gets hit hard from the backside.
And my thought was, you can't really hand it off. I don't know if the refs would call it out of bounds on a handoff.
Sure.
It's got to be. I mean, that was cool. I was a little worried there.
It's got to be a toss. It's got to be a legit toss, but this is a 1-and-1 here for Olivia Hamlin.
And Liv's been
no good. Rebounded by Allen. A chance to tie or take the lead. 3 by Merrill, no good. It's tipped. Tied game.
Oh boy, right place, right time. Offensive rebound and now a foul.
And they fouled her on a fast break.
Why do you foul? You don't want to reach there.
Carly Allen ties it, and then Fisher decides to foul.
That's just one of those where I think you get caught up in the game, you're excited, and you still think you're down. I don't think Coach Hall was telling her to foul there. But the one positive is there's plenty of time left.
Right.
That is the one positive in that situation.
And it's still 1-and-1. This is the final bonus shot.
Yeah.
So Liv, who has missed 2 front ends, needs to really.
She needs this one.
Yep. Got to be thinking front of the rim. She's been too strong on the first ones.
No good.
Strong again, too strong.
Skyview, a chance to win it here, and they'll call the timeout.
That is so tough. I mean, you've had a phenomenal game, but you just missed 3 front ends of 1-on-1s. Chance to extend this game. Now it's going to have to be done on the defensive end. If you're Skyview, Carly Allen, smallest player on the court, has come up huge. She's found herself in the right place at the right time on a couple of those offensive putbacks, and none bigger than the one she just had to tie the game.
Yeah, Radford leading Skyview. She's got 16. Addie Merrill's in double digits. She's got 11. 19 for Claire Fisher. She's had a huge night pacing the Bobcats. Carly Allen, though, big bucket there. I mean, big bucket to tie this game. We're deadlocked at 57, despite 33 from Liv Hamlin.
And this is where we mentioned it a couple times yesterday. We were talking about with J.C. Carroll. Defense wins championships, right? And so this is just going to be that one possession that you work on, you talk about for the Warriors. We have to get a stop. We have to rebound. And if you're Skyview, best play right here, I'm sending everybody to the offensive glass. And we're going to try to make a game-winning play right here with 17.5 seconds left in the game.
JC only played defense so he could get the ball back on offense and score, though. Let's be honest.
The last thing you want to do here right now for Snow Canyon is foul, and that's been an issue.
Everybody on their feet here in the spectrum for these last 18 seconds. This is what it's all about.
Ball is inbounded to Radford with 11 on the clock.
They're going for the last shot.
6 seconds left to go. Radford picked up by Olsen. Drives, gets the pick, falls to the ground, throws up a 3. And it's good at the buzzer!
Oh, my goodness.
Skyview just broke Snow Canyon's heart. Hannah Radford with the game winner. Unbelievable. Leap and lean 3.
Loses the handle. I think gets it back. And, kind of just hoists it up and splashes the bottom of the net to send the Skyview Bobcats to the state championship game.
Wow. You're right. She started to kind of bobble it and recollected it. Unbelievable finish. What a comeback. Down double digits. Roaring back here, student body behind them, and Snow Canyon has to feel like this one slipped away.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As Skyview's over there, of course, celebrating, we have Kate Daly, who's going to try to catch up with Hannah Radford in a minute here, but she's, of course, wanting to take some time to celebrate with her teammates.
How about the fourth quarter for Radford? I mean, she just came up clutch time and time again. None bigger than that. Shot of her life. Wow. She's a senior.
Send it to Sports Center, baby. We better see that one on the top 10 tonight.
We're going to see if we can catch that interview here.
Yeah, they're still celebrating.
Still celebrating down there, yeah. We'll see if we can.
And here comes Hannah Radford with Kate Dowley. Some Bucks Ace Hardware coaches' comments coming your way.
Perfect. And here we go to Kate Dowley.
We're here with Hannah Radford. Man, what a shot. How fun was that moment for you?
Oh, it's unreal. That's a shot you always dream of. And Courtney had a great pick, and I was just open and shot it.
Well, at halftime you were down big. What was the message your coach gave you at halftime?
We just said, this is it. This is it. We just had to give it our all, and this is it. We're so excited for tomorrow.
And then, how motivated are you to give Ridgeline their first loss of the season?
Oh, so motivated. Last game, we're ready. We're ready to go.
Well, thank you for your time and good luck tomorrow. Back to you.
Skyview, they find their way into the championship game against Ridgeline. It's a Regional 11 matchup tomorrow evening. So stay tuned into that on KSLSports.com. Snow Canyon Warriors, their season comes to an end here.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker. I don't know. There's no words. I mean, missed opportunities, missed free throws. Just you got to give credit to Skyview. I mean, Hannah Radford, 36 yesterday. Then she has, 19 today, including a three-pointer at the buzzer to win it. She's on cloud 9.
Yeah, and then we've talked about Claire Fisher, kind of the unsuspecting hero there for Skyview. When things weren't going great for them offensively, she was there cleaning up offensive glass, making free throws, going to work in the post. Great job by Skyview in the second half, and definitely one that Snow Canyon's going to look back on, and that one's going to hurt for a while. You had opportunities. You played a great first half, had opportunities to put it away, and didn't quite get it done today. The good thing for the Warriors is most of their team will be back and hungrier than ever.
So handing out a couple awards here. Coming down clutch, there were some big plays, some big moves. Where do you give your Appliance Wholesale Plus Playmaker Play of the Game?
You just saw it. It's Hannah Radford.
Of course.
Unbelievable. And, it's the game winner. It's in the semis. They punched their ticket to the finals. Appliance Wholesale Plus Playmaker. I think if Snow Canyon would have won, I go back to that Tapasa and won with 3 minutes to go. And I thought that was going to be kind of that boost they needed down the stretch. But Hannah Radford, she just put her team in the finals. Got to be the Playmaker Play of the Game.
Absolutely.
And again, Player of the Game probably as well, brought to you by Hearst Ace Hardware and Hardware Stores. You make that big of a shot. You deserve that look. But on the other side, you can't discredit Olivia Hamlin's 33. But they were able to kind of quiet her down there in the second half.
Yeah, and Liv shot it so good. 20 at the half, but the free throws there. Liv will probably be in a gym sometime till 2 a.m. tonight around Cache Valley shooting. She's only sophomore. She'll learn from it. She's an unbelievable next level talent. By the time she's a senior, she's probably going to be the most recruited high school girl St. George has ever seen in a long time. But that one's going to sting. She would trade anything to have one of those 3 front ends back. Any of those free throws go, and it's a different scenario, writes a different ending, but it just wasn't meant to be.
And again, just a tough loss there for the Warriors.
But I would go with Claire Fisher as your Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game for Skyview, and obviously Livy Hamlin for Snow Canyon. Natalie Olson, tip of the cap, senior leader. But Kelly Howard will be back. You've got Ashton back. You've got Liv back. Coach Roden will have a run at it again next year. The cupboard is reloaded, so to speak. But got to give a big shout-out to Hannah Radford. Ice water running through her veins.
Yeah, big shot.
Yeah, you definitely knew you couldn't hold her down for long. Warriors did a great job on her in the first half, and then she came alive, did a great job. And none bigger than the splash right in front of her own bench to end the game and send them to the finals.
Yep, yeah. And oh man, I was looking forward to the potential matchup with Livy Hamlin and Emily Skinner, but we got Hannah Radford versus Emily Skinner, and they know each other really well. That's going to be a good one tomorrow afternoon in the girls 4A state championship game.
Yeah. Oh, well, again, Bobcats get the win. They'll move on to face Ridgeline for the girls' championship game tomorrow night.
And the big thing, Caden, final thing is Snow Canyon shot so well in that first quarter, 62%. But they settled in at 45%. The shooting came down a little bit in the second half. And in that fourth quarter, Skyview was only 5 out of 13. But they were 11 of 12 from the free throw line. And Snow Canyon, the free throw shooting just 8 of 17, 47%. That's got to sting for Snow Canyon, knowing those free throws didn't go today.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the one thing that sticks out is the free throws and then the turnovers. Snow Canyon up with 14 turnovers. Those two things will hurt you down the stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we wrap up the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show, and we'll be hopping into quickly again another pregame show because Crimson Cliffs boys basketball out on the court warming up right now against the Skyview boys. So Skyview hitting the court here twice between the girls and the boys. So we'll be taking a break here and coming back here shortly with more basketball on KSLSports.com. Give us about a 4-minute break here, and we'll be back online here for pregame of the next one here on KSL Sports.